Hello and welcome. You're watching Parliament News with me, Munmun Bhattacharya. Let's get started with the proceedings of the Lok Sabha. A determined opposition continued disrupting the proceedings of Lok Sabha for the 6th consecutive day today over the demonetization issue, despite Prime Minister Narendra Modi's presence in the House. The opposition continued pressing for adjournment motion, debate under Rule 5(6) that entails voting and the PM's response to the debate. The government said that it is ready for debate and consider the constructive suggestions of the opposition on this issue. It charged the opposition with running away from discussion. BJD, Shiromani Akali Dal and Shiv Sena supported the government, saying that debate should be started soon under Rule 193 or any other rule on which both the opposition and the ruling party agree to ensure the smooth functioning of the House. Speaker Sumitra Mahajan disallowed the adjournment motions moved by leaders of the Congress, Trinamool Congress, JDU, Samajwadi Party, RJD, Left Parties, AIADMK and Janata Dal Secular and others. She even rejected the opposition's demand for discussion under Rule 5(6), which entails voting. Since there appeared to be no meeting ground between the opposition and the government, the Speaker adjourned the House first during the question hour and then till tomorrow. As soon as the House assembled for the day, the opposition members trooped into the well of the House and started shouting slogans, disrupting the question hour. The Prime Minister was present in the House, but he did not speak. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Anant Kumar said that the government is ready for a long debate running for 2 to 3 days on demonetization and even to consider the constructive suggestions of the opposition. He charged that the opposition is running away from it, resulting in wasting of 1 week's proceedings of the House, and accused the Congress for behaving in an irresponsible manner. However, the opposition members kept shouting slogans against the demonetization decision of the government and refused to heed, following which Speaker Sumitra Mahajan adjourned the House till 12 noon. When the House reassembled, again sloganeering started. Some Congress members had taken banners against demonetization to the well of the House, but they took them back on the Speaker's request. Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge again reiterated his party's demand for the adjournment motion and said that the Prime Minister must reply to the debate, as common people are facing a lot of hardships due to the spiking of 500 rupees and 1000 rupees currency notes. Information and Broadcasting Minister M. Venkaiah Naidu said that the opposition wanted the Prime Minister to come to the House, and he came, but they still disrupted the proceedings. He said that the BJP's excellent performance in the by-elections yesterday shows that the people are happy with the courageous and revolutionary decision of the government. He said that the historic decision would check corruption, black money and terrorism, and people are with the government on this. He said that everyone knows the rule regarding adjournment motion, as it is brought when something suddenly happens. In this case, the Parliament was running and discussion had already been initiated, but suddenly something happened and the opposition started disrupting the Parliament on some pretext or the other. Trinamool Congress leader Sudeep Bandyopadhyay pointed about 300 MPs from both the houses belonging to various opposition parties sat on a dharna near the Mahatma Gandhi's statue in the Parliament House complex this morning to protest against the demonetization decision. He said that it shows the magnitude of the people's dissatisfaction against the government's decision. He wondered what is the harm of the government accepting the opposition's demand of discussion under Rule 5(6), which entails voting, considering that the ruling NDA has brute majority of 300 MPs. AIADMK party leader P. Venugopal said that in view of the problems being faced by the common man standing in long queues outside banks and ATMs, his party also favors adjournment motion should be taken up. CPI leader P. Karunakaran also supported the demand for adjournment motion, as cooperative sector in Kerala is facing a lot of problems due to the demonetization move of the government. He urged the chair to direct the government to hold discussion under Rule 5(6). Rashtriya Janata Dal member Jai Prakash Narayan Yadav said that the situation has become very serious as people are facing a lot of hardships. He demanded that the House be adjourned and debate be held under Rule 5(6) that entails voting. RSP member N.K. Premachandran wanted the Prime Minister to be present in the House during debate on demonetization. AP Jatendra Reddy of the Telangana Rashtra Samiti said that his newly formed state, Telangana, was facing a lot of problems due to the currency notes crunch. He said that the present imbroglio in the House be resolved soon under whatever rule it is possible. BJD leader Bharati Mehtab said that his party had given notice for a short duration discussion under Rule 193, but it may be held under Rule 184. He said that the onus is both on the opposition and ruling party to resolve the situation. Otherwise, the problem of disruption and adjournments would continue. Shiromani Akali Dal leader Prem Singh Chandu Majra said that the people of the country and abroad are appreciating demonetization as crores of rupees of black money looted from the country is being unearthed. He said that since majority of the House wants discussion under Rule 193, the opposition should agree with it. He said that since the House also needs to deliberate whether the court is supreme or the constitution, so demonetization discussion be held under Rule 193. Shiv Sena leader Anand Rao Atsul said that the demonetization decision would reduce corruption and black money, but it is causing hardships to the common people. So his party MPs had met the Prime Minister yesterday on this issue. Today, important decision like releasing 21,000 crore rupees to district central banks has been taken, so there should be discussion on this issue. Meanwhile, amidst the din, Minister of State for External Affairs MJ Akbar read out the statement about the PM's visit to Japan. He said that the visit was highly successful as many important bilateral agreements were signed between the two countries. Now let's focus on Rajya Sabha proceedings. For the fifth consecutive day, Rajya Sabha today saw a washout of proceedings as several opposition parties continuously created uproar, persisting with the demand for presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the House. The House was adjourned repeatedly because of the ruckus, first till noon and then till 2 p.m. The final adjournment came around 2:30 p.m. without transaction of any business. Minister of State for External Affairs MJ Akbar, who had to make a statement on the Prime Minister's recent visit to Japan, could not do so because of the din and had to lay it on the table of the House. Congress demanded a joint parliamentary committee or a JPC probe into the sudden announcement on demonetization, while BSP went to the extent of seeking an apology from the Prime Minister for speaking on the issue outside the House when Parliament is in session. Uproar started soon after the House met for the day at 11 a.m. with slogan shouting opposition members led by Congress and Trinamool Congress trooping into the well of the House demanding presence of the Prime Minister. On the other hand, the BJP members too shouted slogans seeking resumption of discussion on demonetization that started on the 16th of November. Soon after obituary references and laying off the listed papers, Sharad Yadav of JDU said that when the Prime Minister says the demonetization decision was taken in national interest, why is no compensation being paid to those who died because of hardships caused by it? Mayawati of the BSP sought the chair's protection in getting Prime Minister to speak on the issue inside the House and not outside when the Parliament is in session. She said the Prime Minister should be called to the House and he must apologize for speaking outside. Sitaram Yechury of the CPIM alleged that PM Modi was violating the Constitution by not answering questions in Parliament he is accountable to. Anand Sharma of the Congress said even during financial emergency, the government cannot restrict citizens from accessing their own bank accounts like the way severe restrictions have been imposed on withdrawal from own account after the November 8th decision. Naresh Agarwal claimed that Finance Minister Arun Jaitley had not been taken into confidence by the Prime Minister on the demonetization decision and therefore he may not be able to reply to the debate on the issue. So the chair should call the Prime Minister to the House. Sukhendu Shekhar Roy of the Trinamool Congress said that the Prime Minister cannot make statements on policy decisions outside the House when the Parliament is in session. He went on to ask the chair to give a ruling on Prime Minister Modi repeatedly speaking outside the House. Deputy Chairman PJ Korean asked members to resume the debate started last week, suggesting that all the points that the opposition has been raising can be mentioned there. He asked the opposition members how they knew that the Prime Minister will not come to the House once the debate resumes. He asked the members to start the discussion. The Prime Minister may come to the House. While the members were unrelenting, forcing him to adjourn the proceedings till noon. Soon after the House met again at noon, Chairman Hamid Ansari asked members to allow the question hour to be taken up, but a vociferous opposition created uproar and a rush to the well, again raising slogans. Members from Congress, Trinamool Congress, Left, DMK, NCP, SP and BSP demanded the presence of Prime Minister in the House and asked the chairman to do so before the discussion on demonetization was resumed. Ansari appealed that the question hour should be allowed to run, but there was a resounding no from the opposition benches. As pandemonium prevailed in the House, the chairman adjourned the House till 2 p.m. At 2 p.m. when the House reassembled, Korean allowed Congress leader Anand Sharma to raise a point of order. Sharma sought to claim that the Constitution had been violated by making the announcement on demonetization. Korean questioned him as to which article of the Constitution had been violated. Sharma gave various arguments. While Sharma was raising the point of order, there was a shouting from the ruling side. This angered the deputy chairman, who asked them not to disrupt Sharma. Naqvi said that BJP members did not want to disrupt but wanted to debate on the issue. He said the ruling members were sad over happenings in the House. The deputy chairman asked the ruling side not to disrupt the proceedings and asked Sharma to carry on. Sharma said the monetary policy is the domain of the RBI and the Prime Minister had made a departure from the established constitutional norms by making the announcement. Kurian was not satisfied and kept asking the Congress leader to specify which article of the Constitution had been violated. The former Union Minister was then seen shuffling pages of the Constitution, saying he is looking for the article. Sharma then said the Prime Minister had made the announcement on demonetization on the 8th of November when summons for convening the Parliament had already been issued, and so he should have made the announcement in Parliament. However, Kurian was not convinced and he rejected Sharma's point of order. Tiruchi Shiva of the DMK also raised a point of order on the situation which has impacted farmers. He also raised the issue of PM Modi's presence in the House during the discussion. Pramod Tiwari of the Congress also raised the point of order, saying that Article 74 of the Constitution has been violated because the Prime Minister, as head of the government, had made the announcement in an address to the nation, and so he should make a statement in the House as well. Kurian rejected this also while asking Tiwari not to make a political speech in the House. After this, Kurian said that he would call the name of the member listed for speaking on the discussion, and if the member does not stand, he will ask Minister of State for External Affairs MJ Akbar to make a statement on the Prime Minister's visit to Japan. That was from the 11th to the 12th of November. Congress members trooped into the well and started raising slogans against the Prime Minister. BJP members too rose from their seats and started raising slogans which could not be heard due to the din. Akbar rose to read the statement but could not complete it due to the commotion. He then laid it on the table of the House. Kurian then adjourned the House for the day. Earlier, a comment by Naresh Agarwal of Samajwadi Party agitated BJP members, with newly nominated member Rupa Ganguly taking the lead in protesting against the remarks. Kurian asked her to calm down and told Naqvi that he has not understood the issue as all the members are shouting and that only one should raise the issue. In the statement, Akbar said the recently signed India-Japan nuclear agreement includes reprocessing consent and a termination clause which is similar to the one in the Indo-US atomic deal. He said the agreement is the first of its kind that Japan has signed with a non-signatory to the NPT. The agreement underlines international recognition of India's responsible record, the minister said, while noting that it took 6 years of negotiations and is a product of work spanning 2 governments. The minister noted that 10 agreements covering diverse fields of engagement were signed during PM Modi's November 11 to 12 visit. MJ Akbar said during the talks with PM Modi, Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe asked Pakistan to bring to justice the perpetrators of terrorist attacks, including November 2008 Mumbai terror attack and 2016 Pathankot terror attack. He said the 2 countries also agreed on a manufacturing skill transfer promotion program, which is first of its kind arrangement in India aimed at bridging a skill gap in huge and high-tech manufacturing in India. With that, we come to the close of this edition of Parliament News. Sansad Samachar is up next. Stay tuned for that.